Hey, welcome. Juan here, and we want to look at how does counseling help with test anxiety. And right away, the solution would be that counseling reduces test anxiety. It tames it, it calms it down. I like to look at test anxiety as this like giant drum, right? And it's one of those drums that you get this huge, I guess like stick or handle, and then you hit it, and it starts to vibrate, it starts to shake. That's what test anxiety feels like. At least that's what it feels like for me. I struggle with test anxiety all the way through K through 12, through undergrad, through graduate school. And what I mean by struggle is I recognize that it was there early on in K through 12. It was a struggle. It was where I would just bust my butt. I would study for hours and hours. I remember sometimes I would go with friends of mine and we would study together, and I would be like the facilitator, if you will, kind of helping them learn how to do it. And then we go in there, we take the test, and we come out, and I got a B, I get a C, maybe a D, and then my friends, they'll be there, they'll be like, I got an A, Juan. They'll be like, Juan, how did you get a B? How did you get a C? Right? It never added up. But I knew what was going on. I knew that when I went into those tests, I would get sweaty. Sometimes my hands would tremble. I would second guess myself over and over and be like, is this really what it means? Is this really what it means? And it was a different me. I mean, me outside of that test environment, I felt like I could make decisions. I felt more confident, more secure in my decision making skills. And I share this in this video because I think it's important that if you're someone that is going through, let's say, test anxiety, I want to share my story so that hopefully we're able to have some sort of relatable nature. We're able to relate to each other, if you will. Also, I get it, right? I relate to it in a certain aspect, that speaks to the lens of my life where I've been. So I wanted to share that with you. Now let's kind of look at how does counseling, how does it help with this area of test anxiety? Counseling, what it does is it looks at the entire puzzle piece, right? It looks at why does this person struggle with test anxiety? Is it connected to their parents? Maybe their parents were real strict, right? Is it connected to their environment, their friends, their peers, or microsystem? Just overall, why does this individual struggle with test anxiety? And the why is so important. We can't skip over it. It's almost like if you see a plant that's got little holes or is a little bit, just not looking healthy. We want to be able to pull the root up and figure out why, right? Figure out what's going on in that root system. And counseling does the same thing. And then after that, we look at, okay, what type of healthy habits can we put in? One simple healthy habit could be learning how to breathe accurately. I know right now we're breathing, right? But there's a difference between like a clinical or meditation style breathing than there is just the kind of respiration that we're doing now. And that really goes such a long way with test anxiety. And then something else that counseling does is it helps to build like this coping skill toolkit. I like to get my hands dirty. I'm a handyman, if you will. So I got a toolbox at home. In the toolbox, tons of tools, screwdrivers, all sorts of different gadgets, if you will. Counseling is really the same way when it comes to test anxiety. You could work with a counselor and they're able to really give you a lot of tools so that when you find yourself feeling those symptoms coming in, the thought comes in of, okay, I could use this tool, I could use this tool, I could tame that beast inside, and then I could focus and concentrate and get through this test. So in this video, I'm so happy that you're here with me. I hope that you've learned a couple of things, and hopefully, really the strongest message that I wanted to deliver is that counseling can really support with test anxiety, whether you're working with me or any of the counselors here at Santos Counseling or in your community. I hope that you're able to feel that comfort, feel that reassurance that there's the field of counseling is able to help with test anxiety. And I just realized that I was redundant there, kind of just said the same thing over. So sorry about that. I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you feel good and that you're living a good life.